You're listening to the Timmy Wimmy Tea Time Podcast, a geekyantics.net production where lovely and amazing people talk and ponder anything and everything about Doctor Who, science fiction, fantasy, zombies, the end of the world, creativity, writing, and, oh heck yes, anything else that geeks speak, question, and think.
Tiny Wimey Tea Time. Me gusta.
Greetings and welcome to Time and Wimey Tea Time, where friends gather to talk about all things Doctor Who, sci-fi, fantasy, zombies, creativity, and geekdom as a whole. Now, I realize I say about all things and then geekdom as a whole. It's kind of redundant. We're all about the geekdom. We're reinforcing that message. And BFT 9000 is already saying in the chat, which we're a live show, by the way. He's saying he's eating a pasta cake. Interesting. Oh, I think I know what happens. Leftovers, isn't it? We just have CW Ninja in the house. But so about the show, if you're new, some introductions here. I think they're always in order. This is kind of our shtick, I guess you could say. I'm Yomar Lopez, known throughout the interwebs and sometimes the Hoovers as Yogizilla. Friends IRL call me Yogi. And as our old friend Stan Farina has been known to say, I'm a gamer, a dreamer, an author of silliness, a disgruntled techie, a wild-eyed entrepreneur, and a fistful of happy emojicons and sunshine. I ride into the battle upon a glittering My Little Pony. Out of my mouth come laughing swords of peppermint and ginger. But above all, and I mean, that stuff is all great and pretty accurate for third-party, edification, I guess you could say. But above all, I think the most important thing is that I hope that we can become friends as we embark upon a journey through time and space, the human condition, and merriment/bantering. Now, I really had a great episode planned. I wanted to talk anime with you folks, but Ulan could not make it today again. Life happens, so I'm not holding that against him. But that's kind of cool because we get to spend more time talking about. We'll talk more about I guess Doctor Who news maybe, and we have a little writers workshop, and we'll talk video games. So it'll be a lot easier. You know what? Let's just jump right into it. This is what we have it planned ahead. And then these are very liberal first and second half star maps. These are the wonderful things we have ahead for you in this great journey. So the first half we're going to have it before we go deeper segment. We'll do a little housekeeping and our usual Time Wimey Time Wimey Tea Time word of the day, or TWTT word of the day, which is I enjoy sharing. Then we'll do our Who's Who segment where we share why we love Doctor Who so much. Then we'll have Who Knew, some Whovian and geek news. And then we'll have our writer's look, where our title is Your Grammar Are Wrong. Second half, the gaming verse. We'll talk more video games. I'm going to talk about the latest thing that I've been really sucked into. It keeps changing every couple of weeks, it feels like these days. That's where I'm at. Gaming ADD, I guess. And then we'll have our community interconnect where we do chat feedback and sponsor plugs. So we're kind of switching things around a little bit. And then we'll have our outro and some shout outs, hopefully. I say hopefully because I don't think I finished tweaking the show notes all the way. It's been a very busy couple of months, really. So let's get on. Let's just jump right straight into it, shall we? Before we go deeper, I really need to make little sound bits here. So the TWTT word of the day comes to us, as usual, from dictionary.com, because why not? I get the email messages from them, and every now and then I see a word. Actually, quite often I see a word that really tickles me, and I check it out, and then I feel wiser, though I'm still pretty dumb, and most of us are. That's just the reality of things. The more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. That's perfectly okay. It's a humbling experience. Keeps us in check. But today's word is laconic. I feel like I shared this one before, or I feel like this is a word that I should have shared before, because it's one that I've heard pop up here and there. It's popped up here and there, and I've seen people use it out of context. It bothers me a bit. So laconic is an adjective, and it means using few words, expressing much in few words, concise, as in a laconic reply. Basically, it's the opposite of what I do. I'm not very laconic in my means. I'm quite verbose, I guess you could say. Here's a quote. We have one quote here. Let's see. Yeah. Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. They were the three laconic words Caesar used to describe what happened when he finally met King Pharnaces, I believe is that pronounced it, of Pontus. Veni, vidi, vici. Yeah, it's really hard. I think one of the challenges, and I think this feeds in really well into what we're doing on this show and with the writers' workshops, and also what we're doing for the month. And what we do quite regularly is sharing tips, best practices, our experiences as writers, as podcasters, as streamers. One of the challenges of communication is communicating things effectively. And effective communication, what is that? What does that look like? To me, effective communication is being able to convey a message consistently, regardless of who's listening or reading or viewing. So that's a challenge, it's an ongoing challenge. You kind of keep working towards that. So, CCW Ninja said he would like to donate, but he doesn't have a credit card he could use because he's young. We understand, man. Hey, don't worry about it. There's other ways you could donate and support. You could tune into the show. You could tell people about us, spread the word. Share our stuff off of our Facebook page, our articles off of geekyanswers.net. You can support allgames.com, our friends over there and our extended family. Gift cards are cool. If you send an email, a digital code for that. If you maybe you get some Steam games, you get a gift game. There's always stuff you could do. It doesn't have to be monetary. Monetary definitely helps, but there's so many ways you can support. So don't feel bad about it. And again, it's not required of you, but we definitely appreciate it. Now, origins. Now, that quote actually came from Margaret George, The Memoirs of Cleopatra, published in 1987. The origin of laconic is derived from Laconia, Greece. The people of this region, which held Sparta as capital, neat, were said to be brief and concise in speech and writing. And the word laconic entered English in the late 1500s. A lot of these words do have origins in the 1500s, I feel like. So that's kind of interesting. And I noticed the last word we picked was late 1500s, I believe, or 1500s period. Now that I could say that with 99% certainty. And for the love of T-Kill is in the house. Man, we got a lot of people. Considering we're an afternoon show, we usually don't have that many people tune in. We usually get more people at night. It's cool to see you guys bright and early. I am exhausted. You might hear my voice, so I might sound a little strained at times, but I'm excited to be here as always. Now, once again, we are usually live on allgames.com and twitch.tv/geekyantics every other Saturday at noon Eastern, 5 p.m. in London, 4 p.m. in Madrid. And if you missed the live show, you can tune in to YouTube. Usually Saturday evenings, I'm very good about getting the video clips up and even uploading the audio feed. I try to get them both done at the same time. And we're on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Player FM, oh gosh, I can't even think. Windows/Zoom, whatever that Microsoft's calling that these days. We're everywhere. You can get podcasts. You can check us out at youtube.com/geeky antics, or search Twitter for #TWTT. And that has links to YouTube uploads and other relevant conversations. What else? I feel like I'm missing something. Of course, if you Google Geeky Antics, you'll find us very easily. We have a Tumblr, we have blogs, we got lots of streamers, and it's hard to keep up. But a word of warning: the other shows on our respective networks may not be gender. Actually, they're gender appropriate, but they may not be age appropriate. I don't know if there's really such a thing as gender inappropriate. I guess not. Nah, that'd be stereotyping. Everybody has different tastes, regardless of gender or creed. But age appropriate, I think maturity is an important thing. So they may not be age appropriate. They may be for mature audiences. Or should I just say some of the content just may not be, dare I say, your cup of tea. There, I got my pun off. Now, moving on. Don't forget, folks, we are here for you. The Geeky Antics Network and our community that we affectionately call The Gang, #The Gang. Not just a Twitch stream team, not a media outlet, it's not a podcast network. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. What we're trying to do is create primarily a support framework, a collaborative network where people actually get together and brainstorm ways to improve their projects, their content, come up with content strategies, marketing strategies, and ways to collaborate together and cross-promote in meaningful ways. Because a lot of times you tune into networks and the people say, oh, we're on this network, and that's all. It's about as far as it goes. And other than that, you have no idea they're part of the network. There's no banners, there's no links. They're just focusing on promoting themselves. And the way a network works is you get out of it what you put into it. And a lot of networks don't drive that home. And people feel like, well, I'm doing you a favor by putting my content on your network. And it's actually not true. The network's doing a huge thing for people because it's helping you tap into folks you normally would not have access to. And it's giving you, through collective economics, it's giving you increased reach and influence through all the other people that contribute. But of course, if everyone's doing the bare minimum, the people that actually are fully vested in the network have more work to do. And it's much easier for everyone individually, each individual host, streamers, writers, whatever, all the contributors to do the small things, and then the people behind the network, running the network, could fill in the gaps. Because if you say you have a network with 100 podcasts, let's just say, or even just 10, it's easier for each of those, the people on the 10 of those shows, right, to do stuff, than one or two people do all the stuff that those, various hosts, do on the podcast. Let's say the average podcast has 2 hosts. 10 podcasts, that's 20 hosts. 20 people doing little things, it goes a long way. But one person or 2 people doing the work of 20 people, it's rough. It's simple mathematics. So let's get together. Let's find ways to support each other. We were talking about earlier, it's not just about donating. That's one way you contribute. But there's opportunities every day. You go to, any fan, not just for Geeky Antics. If you like something, go to the fan page, you go to the website, tweet something out, share it on Facebook. If you want to take it up a higher, kick it up a notch, tag someone, mention someone. So they say, hey, say, tag it with people, share it with people directly, email it to people. That's still a thing. People still check email. And say, hey, I was thinking about you. I think this is totally you. I think this is totally something you would appreciate. Share it with relevant people. When you tag people in it, you're encouraging a conversation, rather than when you just share it as just a stream or a wall or whatever feed, and then you just let hope people comment on it. If you tag people, it tells them you care, you value their opinion. It lets them know that you're thinking about them, and it creates a whole different effect. That little thing makes a huge difference. And we're gonna be talking a lot. September is gonna be our month dedicated to podcasting and streaming, and just content marketing and creation as a whole. Because on September 30th, it's International Podcast Day. So keep an eye out for #Podcast Day. We'll be reinforcing that through when we talk about the news and whatnot. But you know, we're gonna share little ways to get your stuff off the ground. I'm gonna take a little sip of my coffee here. And again, you know, speaking of comments, that's another easy opportunity. Leave comments on YouTube. Leave comments on the website, geekyants.net. Very simple. And if you want to take it up, and even you want to kick it up a notch even further, leave us voicemail. It's something magical that happens when we get to hear your voices. You know, reading the chat is great, but when we hear your voices and we hear the inflection of your voice and we hear how excited you are, you know, it changes everything completely. You know, so leave us voicemail. Our voicemail line is 206-415-4987. Again, 206-415-4987. If you're outside the U.S., it's 011-206-415-4987. Now, we'll play these live, and, you know, we'll respond to them live. So try to keep them clean, at least for this show. And 1 minute tops. Ideally, about 30 seconds. The sweet spot, I would say. But you know, if it goes a little longer, if you have like if it's a special kind of segment, we'll try to squeeze it in some other way. Like one of our other shows, we had someone do karaoke, and he reviewed games while doing karaoke, and it was a nice little different kind of thing to do. It was cool. If you're not keen on your voice, and it takes a lot of discipline and confidence, maybe effort to get used to one's own voice, like hearing your voice recorded. Most people don't like their own voice when it's recorded, unless they're very vain or very confident. Sometimes a little bit of both. Depends. But you know, it's something you gotta get used to. So if you're not, you know, if you don't want to leave voicemail, maybe you don't want us to know your phone number or whatever. I understand. People value their privacy. We have email. That's still a thing. Keep saying that. Email is still a thing. It's actually still one of the most effective ways to market things, believe it or not. The email is TWTT@geekyantics.net, and that will go to myself and Oolong. And again, Oolong's not here right now, but he's here in spirit. He hasn't abandoned us completely. He's just been quite busy. So who's who? This is why we love Doctor Who. You know, we're still a Doctor Who fan cast. And you know, Whovian Fun is a big part of Tea Time. You know, if you have any classic Doctor Who episodes or news items you'd like us to cover, maybe you have something you're looking forward to in Series 9. Maybe you just saw Series 8 because it went up on Netflix. You want to talk about that? Email or tweet us. Again, TWTT@geekyantics.net, and we're at geekyantics on Twitter. But why do we always go back to Doctor Who? Why does it always come back to Doctor Who? Why did we start a show mainly based or built around Doctor Who? I mean, we don't always talk Doctor Who. It depends. During the season, we'll talk a lot about Doctor Who. Off season, not as much. But why does it come back to that? What makes it so special? Allow us to share our passion with you. Now, if this is your first encounter with Doctor Who, here's a brief intro. Doctor Who's about a alien man, who travels all of time and space in a handy blue box called the TARDIS. It's a spaceship, it's a time machine, and it's bigger on the inside. Oh, and it also translates all languages and functions as some sort of IV unit. But that's jumping ahead. The Doctor Who universe spans over 50 years of content, including TV, shows, movies, audiobooks, comics, and even puppet shows. And there's probably stuff I'm missing there. Of course, there's video games, so that's the thing. And of course, everything has a video game if it's worth talking about, right? The series has had really some heavy hitters for it. Douglas Adams comes to mind. Neil Gaiman. It's kind of a big deal. Now, we've heard some blurb about how Doctor Who is silly nonsense. The foremost is true. It is silly. But the latter, not so much. I don't think it's nonsense. There are some continuity issues and plot holes, so we'll be honest about that. I'm a huge fan, but I'll admit that, you know, after over 50 years of content across all media, it's bound to have plot holes. It's bound to have continuity issues, but there is science to it. It is still very heavy on the science instead of the fiction. You know, it's got a lot of believable and factual things in there. There's a rhyme and reason to everything. But I think that the point of the show really, and I think this applies to any work of fiction, is just to suspend your disbelief and have fun with it. So I welcome you to get lost in this magical sci-fi Whoverse. You know, it's the Whoverse is awesome, and yeah, that's it. So you know, we're speeding along here. We're speeding along because I'm actually not feeling too well today, so I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible. Not that I don't appreciate my time with you, but I think I need to get some rest, and I haven't been sleeping well, and there's so much to do. But that's a little inside baseball, I guess you guys don't really care about. I hope you do. I hope we're friends. I hope we're at a point where the concern is there. But who knew? Time for some geeky and Whovian news. Headlines for this week include, again, September 30th, International Podcast Day. And we're celebrating it with content dedicated to content creation and marketing, podcasting, streaming, and more. Come join us. We hope that you join the conversation. I know a lot of people have questions about those types of things, and we'd love to answer them for you. And the thing about advice and professional guidance is that even us folks have been doing this for a long time. I've been doing podcasting for about as long as it's been out, really, because officially, according to records, the first official podcast came out around 2003, I want to say. Some people say it was Leo Laporte was one of the first people, and then some people say it's Ben Hammersley, and there's other people that they throw out there. And to be honest, that's people that are credited for it. But to me, where podcasting really got big is not when radio came to the internet. Traditional radio came to the internet. It's more when the everyday person was able to create their own kind of radio station. Now, there's been recorded, radio in digital format for longer than that. But as far as being coined podcast, that's a whole different thing. So there's a lot of history there, and I think the most exciting thing about it is that it gives everybody a voice if you're willing to take the challenge, because there is a bit of a barrier to entry. Not everyone could do well in podcasting. I mean, there's people that are great at making YouTube videos, but they're terrible as radio personalities. And the reverse is true. Some people have great radio voices. Some people don't. And that's subjective too. Some people have a great video presence. They have a great aura to them. But some people don't. Or they're not comfortable enough to do that. So there's a lot of different things to do. There's a medium for everyone, but I think podcasts hit that sweet spot that you don't get with the written word as much because people don't read as much, and that you don't often get with video because with video there's a lot of distraction, and it kind of takes away from the message of it, I feel. And people tend to have videos up while they're distracted as well. So it's not a very good communication medium. I think podcasts are like that, hit that sweet spot of all the benefits of doing video and writing or blogging or whatever. So internationalpodcastday.com, check that out for details. They have info for podcast listeners, info for podcasters. It's pretty comprehensive. I actually would like to work with them because there's a few things they're missing there. So I'm going to try to see if I could help contribute to the efforts. Even unofficially, keep an eye out for #podcastday. And I have a little call to action as part of all this. I'll sip for coffee again. With that news, my challenge to everyone, or better yet, deeply concerned advice for all the lone wolves out there, especially, that are trying to, folks that are trying to promote their content alone. Please join the gang, or heck, join any community, any network, any support group, any team that will help you out, even if it's just by giving you some friendly nudges, some encouragement here and there. I'm partial to our community, of course, and the Geeky Anthem Network. We've done a lot with it, and But there are tons of options out there. So you can find a home that fits your voice, your vision, your style, your core values, and that's important. You want an alignment. You don't want people that are always going to agree with you, because that's not going to happen. That'd be very boring, and you won't learn anything that way. You want people that will challenge you, but you definitely want some alignment with the vision. I think the alignment with vision and similar goals, so you walk similar paths is very important, and similar values or core principles. For example, some networks have some really caustic personalities. I'm not gonna say who, but you've probably heard some of their shows. And they'll troll their audience. They'll treat them like crap. They'll cancel shows without any heads up. No respect for people's time. No appreciation for their fans, and they're just kind of mean spirited. And there's a place for that. Sometimes we have some shows, and we have some hosts that are a little salty and like to razz people, but it's usually I would say it's always in good taste, and there's no ill intention behind it. But sometimes you tune into these other shows and the other networks, and it just feels like a lot of ego and angst floating around, and that's not good. So that's why it's important to work with the right people too. But most importantly, don't do it alone. You're more efficient when you work with other people. I still don't get why people do the grind by themselves. It's not working smart. If you're a streamer and you're streaming 12 hours at a time, but you're not doing anything else to collaborate in meaningful ways, and I don't mean raids. Raids are cool, but they're limited in what you're gonna get. There's other ways to collaborate. Be a guest blogger. If you can't keep up your own website, it's even a better opportunity. Let's say you have a website and you can barely keep up updating it. Well, one thing to do is when you do come out with content or you have old content, reblog it or repurpose it for other sites, and that helps those sites out. And then it gives you some links to get more traffic back to your site. If you can't do a website at all, then you could create content for others on another site, and you're still building up your brand because you're creating you're building up your name. And you'll get proper attribution. And then what people don't realize too, from an SEO perspective, Google is really good about linking together all the stuff that content creators do. Ooh, I'm about to start getting into a coughing fit here. Sorry about that. Ugh. So, with that, it's interesting that let's say you do guest blogging across several sites. They may be unrelated sites. They may not even know each other. But Google has ways of associating things and saying, oh, this person is kind of a big deal. They're contributing to these sites that are high authority or high rank, and then and you get some of that notoriety. I'm not gonna get into the nuts and bolts of SEO right now because we're doing news, but just working as a team, super important. And it's just, I think the most important part about it too is just that accountability, having people that are authentically interested in your success. If you have people that treat your success as their own and realize that if you help other people succeed, that is success as well, big things happen. So, something to think about there. It's a very simple truth, and it never fails. If you spend more time helping others and going beyond your main thing, if you're a streamer or a podcaster, the stream, the channel, the podcast is the core, but it's not everything. It probably shouldn't even be your majority of what you do, because there's a lot of pre-production, post-production. Then you get your planning, you get your promotion, you got your guest spots. You gotta pollinate your content out there and help others do their thing, and they'll reciprocate. But often you have to take the lead, and so you have to do things repeatedly before people get the hint. Like, this guy's always hosting me. This guy's always tweeting me. And And if you get the people that even after you ask them, so something all you have to do is ask, hey, you mind retweeting this? If you get people that even after you ask them to do simple little things that take them maybe a few seconds, they don't do it. Those are the people you just move on from, you know. But you got to give people a chance because some people really don't get social media or online marketing as a whole or just business, really. They have no business savvy. And with all this kind of digital, this new media stuff, people are still figuring it out as they go along. And that's why they hire folks like me. I mean, I don't know everything, but I've been around enough to know what doesn't work. So back to the news. I just want to share a little call to action because it fits in with International Podcast Day. Rainbow Six Siege has been delayed a few weeks. I forgot what the exact date was, but I know it's coming out somewhere around October, if I'm not mistaken. October, November. I think it's October because it's coming out. November is Black Ops 3, if I'm not mistaken, and they're trying to get in before that comes out so they can have a little bit of a shot. Now, one thing I noticed, and our friends over at the B Team Podcast kind of talked about this too. You rarely see Halloween, like true Halloween releases, and you definitely rarely see summer releases. I love summer blockbusters. I would love some summer blockbusters because this whole practice that the gaming industry has of releasing huge games for the holiday season, like I feel like October through December are absolutely ridiculous. I think there's too much stuff coming out. And effectively, I'm the kind of guy that's going to buy maybe 1 or 2 games full price, you know, especially on console, because console's super expensive. You get deals on PC, but console, good luck. New releases, like, $59.99, and that's a lot of money. You get 2 games, that's over $100 you're spending. And that adds up. If you really think about it, you know, if you buy 2 games a week, let's just say, full new releases, and you do that 4 times a month, that's over $400 right there. That's crazy. And that's what the gaming industry asked us to do during the holiday season. You know, it's a little silly, I have to say. So this delay, I think it's back to the delay. I want to go off on a rant, but the B team also suspects, and I'm kind of with them, that if they have such a short delay, you know, 2 or 3 weeks is nothing. You know, most of the time delays are like a month, 2 months, 3 months. You know, but if it's a short delay, it usually means they know what the problem is, and it's usually something simple like the net code. You know, the online functionality needs to be tweaked. So I would not. Some people want to take this as like a bad sign. Like, the game's probably not gonna be good, or they're not confident in it. To be honest, I love every Tom Clancy game, so I don't see how it could be a stinker. But in the meantime, don't forget right now for the next week or so, the humble bundle for Tom Clancy. It's a Tom Clancy humble bundle. Better yet, is out. Humblebundle.com. If you go for the top tier, $75 or more, you can get well over $100 worth of stuff. Tom Clancy games, including Rainbow Six Siege. You get the pre-order for that. Splinter Cell Blacklist, Ghost Recon Future Soldier, and Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Plus, you get a Rainbow Six Siege T-shirt and a 66% off coupon for up to 3 Ubisoft game, or is it Ubisoft? People say Ubisoft, I say Ubisoft. We'll say Ubisoft. Ubisoft games in the Humble stores. It's a really good deal. And at any level, regardless of what you pay, I think with everything you get access to the Rainbow Six Siege multiplayer beta. If you get any of the bundles, because you know, Humble Bundle, what it is, depending how much you donate, because essentially they treat it as a donation. Depending how much you pay, there's different levels that unlock different things. So like there's usually like $6 range. There's a pay whatever you want. And that gives you like a few things. Then there's like $6 and up. Then there's like a $10 and up. And then some things have like $50 and up. And This one is like pretty special because it has a $75 and up kind of thing. It's a premium bundle, so kind of neat. So we got some headlines for Doctor Who Series 9. I really wanted to have Oolong here to really discuss this stuff. But as this is reinforced what we had last episode 33 of TWTT Time. Missy and Kate Stewart, the characters from the Whoverse, are coming back. And Kate Stewart, the unit leader, part of the Lethbridge Stewart family. So they're both coming back. I really like Missy. And what's her name? Michelle Gonzalez, is that her name? The one that plays Missy. I find her very attractive. Something about her. She has the way she carries herself, that sass. I don't know. It does it for me. So they're gonna be back for Series 9 of Doctor Who, and yeah, it's gonna be a good thing. Now, this article I found on cultbox.co.uk. Everything we know so far about Doctor Who Series 9, and they just updated it a day ago. It's like an ongoing thing they have. Let's see what they have coming up. Anything big? It's a huge thing. Put it in the chat. So one thing here's some quotes they have from the cast and the crew. Stephen Moffat said, "We are going to resolve the matter of his face. He's going to try to figure out where he's seen that face before." So would it be crossover? Would it be a double Peter Capaldi episode? That's gonna be interesting. That's been one of the things that folks have been really talking about. Like, well, why did he choose the face of someone that he knows already? Good question. Why did he? Peter Capaldi is quoted as saying, "The cosmos is there for the taking, thrilling, epic, and enticing, and the Doctor's to play in. But he's almost reckless in his abandon. It's almost like he's running from something that if it ever catches him, would turn his life upside down." It does feel like that. And I wonder, like, I feel like if they ever address that. Because, like, I feel like ever since they restarted the series, so Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith era, you know, we've had a lot of pensive, contemplative doctors. And I always sit there and I go, well, what are they thinking about? Like, what's weighing down on them? Like, are we going to have a new enemy that's going to be a recurring character? Is it going to be a one-and-done thing? I hope not. They need more. One thing I do complain about, you know, I have to complain. I would like the universe, the Whoverse, to be more expansive. New races, new alien races, new arch enemies, more depth in that universe. I think they need to do that. Because it feels very shallow right now. And I'm just reading some random quotes that they have here. Stephen Moffat was quoted as saying, "Peter Capaldi is on amazing form at the moment. I was looking at some of his first series stuff and thinking it's magnificent, but it's nothing compared to what he's doing now." And I'm really enjoying Peter Capaldi. I'm glad that it seems like they're fully invested in him. I love the way he talks. He almost has like this, it might throw some people off. He kind of has this, hey, what's radio show? Thanks for the host. He kind of has like this this William Shatner kind of thing going on where he pauses a lot, like I'm doing right now. You know, because I'm trying to type at the same time. But I like the way he delivers. He has a very deep voice. I like listening to his voice. Kind of man crush status there for me. The way he talks, his inflection. There's just something about him that I feel like he's very classic Doctor Who, and that excites me. But I think he still brings some new Who into it too, and I think people don't give him a chance because they want young and sexy, and it's not fair. You know, I know David Tennant and Matt Smith were cuties, you know, folks, but that's not what Doctor Who's really about. He's not meant to be a womanizer. The sexual tension, the love interest stuff is fun, but that shouldn't be the focus. You should enjoy the adventure above all. Moffat also said that he was looking for the Capaldi moments every episode in season 8, saying, "We need a Capaldi moment. The moment where he's not Matt Smith, he's not David Tennant, where he's a dangerous, unpredictable, volatile character." So now, having done that, and having blasted our new Doctor at them, we can go other places with him in season 9. That excites me, actually. I like that a lot. Ooh. Stephen Moffat also was quoted saying, "The return of River's song will now be story-driven. If we've got an idea that she fits perfectly, then there's no reason why we can't do it. But I quite liked where we got to at the end of The Name of the Doctor with him saying goodbye to her. So we'll see." So people are apparently really asking for River's song to come back. This article is really cool. They have just a lot of quotes and whatnot. Ooh, coming down with something again. That's not cool. I just got better. Thanks for the host, Morgana. Everybody's hosting us. You guys are great. Excuse me, got that coughing all up in your ears. So, and I think there's a lot to look forward to, and I won't go into all the quotes because that won't be here forever. And yeah. So what else do we know? Skaro was revealed in a photo, the home of the Daleks, and Missy and the Daleks are in the shot. So they're saying that it's been confirmed that it's gonna be a 2-part story. So that's fun. I feel like they need to do more with the Daleks and not just have them there as a fan service. You know, I'm an all or nothing kind of guy. Do it right or don't do it at all. None of this half-stepping stuff. Now, fun fact: Skaro used to be filmed at a quarry in Leeds, and now it's filmed in location in the Canary Islands. So, there you go. Burnt Pig 55, the Burnt Pig 55 in the house. What's up, bro? How you doing? And again, I'm gonna share the games that we have on our radar, our game radar, our game watch list, whatever you want to call it. Gears of War Ultimate Edition came out. It seems like everybody's really enjoying that. Destiny: Taken King is coming out in about a week or two now. I might be skipping it for now. I hate to say. This is too much coming out, and my money can only stretch so far, and I really rather have some money to reinvest in stuff for Geeky Antics and other projects. And yeah, limited funds. I got a family to feed, you know, and it sucks, but I don't have the time for the gaming, and I can't justify some of these games right now. What else do we have? Oh yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. The multiplayer beta actually wasn't too shabby. Rainbow Six Siege, talked about earlier. Fallout 4 and The Division. Those are the big ones we're looking at. Oh, and Battleborn and Gigantic. Definitely important. Now we're going to talk a little bit about Fear the Walking Dead. I finally watched most of episode 1. It has potential. I hear it gets way better episode 2 with the character development. But I feel like well, first of all, I feel like the characters are not going to be as endearing or as important. I feel like they feel more expendable to me. Good Lord. I know I'm getting this coughing fit. And I don't know. I feel like it's more about the situations and the chaos. It's shot in a different style. It looks like they're going for like B-rate horror, so that's cool. I like how they switch between the different locations and characters and groups and whatnot. So that's really cool. You know, it's the whole patient zero scenario, so that's really cool too. I don't know. Have you guys seen it? Let me know what you think. I know our old pal Stan will be joining us to share his impressions. If you guys leave voicemail, let us know what your thoughts are. Or tune into Zombie Cast. They have a lot of good thoughts to share about it. And, oh, another comment fit coming. Hold on 1 second. Ooh. Try to do it as far away from the mic as possible. Hopefully you guys hear me okay. Are we good? Are we good? So yeah, Fear the Walking Dead. I think it has some legs to go to run on. I think it's only gonna be 8-10 episodes this season, and then it's gonna go. Then we're gonna have the Walking Dead. The show Fear the Walking Dead has some legs. I like it's a different angle. It's not more of the same, so that's cool. I definitely gotta see episode 2 and see. The consensus definitely. What the buzz is floating around is that episode 2 is really good. The last news headline is cute cats. Just because, gotta throw it out there. Burt Pig asks, is Misty and the Daleks teaming up? Probably. That's what one would assume so. I mean, didn't she team up with the Cybermen? No, it's not. She didn't team with the Cybermen, did she? I don't remember now. Everything's a blur in my head. It's bad. My short-term memory sucks. Would that be long-term? It's been a while. Yeah. Gotta rewatch series 8, I think. But yeah, I see her just trying to pull out all the stops, but there needs to be some newness in there. Start making the universe the Hoover's more expansive. And yeah, Gang Night will be great. I'm gonna try to get some rest before then. Take a little power nap because I'm not feeling too hot right now. And Gang Nights, we do them after our podcast. Then we also do them Saturday nights. I'm trying to start them earlier so more people could join us around 8, maybe 7 p.m. Eastern. But usually we end up starting around 9 or 10 p.m. She was leading the Cybermen. Yeah, that's right. They were the things in the tanks. I knew I wasn't imagining that. It's like Cybermen and Daleks. I feel like it's like the curveball you always see coming. It's like, oh, that's supposed to be a curveball. Oh, I'll act surprised. So anyway, let's maybe I think I'm just gonna skip the writers' workshop. I really would like to have this discussion with Oolong. So we're just gonna talk video games, and we'll probably start wrapping up. That's what we're gonna do. But this is a lot of this stuff will be better as a conversational thing. So let's just jump straight into it. We're gonna skip the anime talk that we had planned. We're gonna skip the writers' workshop. We're gonna go straight into. By the time we come back, Series 9 would have started. So I think next episode, all we're gonna do is talk. We're gonna probably skip our usual segments. We'll talk a little bit of anime. We'll have a little writers mini workshop, and we'll talk the Doctor Who Series 9 premiere. That's gonna be the plan, and maybe some Fear the Walking Dead. Oh man! So there might be we might throw the script down and have a whole different format next time, so we can get straight into the meat of the discussion because we have a lot of catching up to do, and I don't want to have these topics without a wingman or woman. Let's talk video games a little bit before we start wrapping up. Let's see what we have in the chat. Yeah, Obi's not gonna be there. Obi's gonna be out of town, so no gang night with him tonight. But we'll be carrying on. And folks, gang night's best place to catch us. We have a TeamSpeak server. You can hang out on there. You could lurk on the Geeky Antics Twitch channel because I usually monitor the chat. I'm usually in there like 24/7. I try to be. So drop us a message on there. Let us know you're around. Or tweet us at Geeky Antics, and then that hits you right at my cell phone, and on my computer and my tablet, and it just pings me all over the place. So let me know. Let us know that you're around, and then I'll try to pull everybody together in one place so we get do everything in. I appreciate that, Burnt Pig. I think I'm just gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna call it early today. I'm actually not feeling too hot anyways. I kind of worked out that Oolong not here. I need to get some rest. I don't get much sleep. I'm not even on TeamSpeak right now. Maybe next time. But you can leave a voicemail, man. Voicemail's a thing. And I got this cough. That's another thing that's annoying me. I keep getting this cough that keeps coming back. So this show's gonna probably be a little over 1 hour. Actually, it will live up to what I always say. It's gonna be a short show. I always say it's gonna be a short show, and then it ends up being the usual length. This is actually gonna be a short show. So, yeah, I'm gonna get some rest, do some behind the scenes work, and if you get on, we're gonna end up talking about Doctor Who and video games, and then I won't get off. Plus, I want to get some rest, and we'll play a little bit of Elder Scrolls before gang night. I promised my brother I'll be on. So speaking of Elder Scrolls Online, this is the gaming verse. We're gonna talk video games because we are on Switch, and that's kind of obligatory. And we just love gaming on the Geeky Antics Network. That's like one of the things that ties us all together, no matter what we talk about. And Elder Scrolls Online. So I was ranting and raving about Neverwinter, which I still think is a fantastic game. It does free to play really well, and it's sad that Neverwinter has more content and more fun to be had and more depth than a lot of premium off-the-shelf games. That's kind of like, the more I played Neverwinter, the more I was like, oh, Destiny, I want to love you, but right now I'm mad at you because I just realized how much time and money I've wasted playing you. And I love that community, but it didn't help that a lot of my friends started flaking during raids and arena runs, and you put in 2 or 3 hours into a raid or an arena run, and then people leave. It's very frustrating. Getting those things started, getting a group together is hard, and that LFG sites are terrible. You get so many bad people, so many trolls, and so many caustic people. I mean, I love the community, but it's like all the people that on the different streamer channels say, "Oh, I'll join you on a raid," and on the Worst Radio Show, on Guardian Outpost, Add to Destiny, Cupcake Envy. They're all great people, but I'll be darned if I can ever get them to focus and join me on the game, because everybody already has the few people that actually know how to do raids and do arena and do PvP and like really are into Destiny already have like the regulars to play with. And it's a really crappy situation to be in. Yeah, we're gonna play Cards Against Humanity via Pretend You're Zizzy. Not the Cards Against Originality was way too buggy, so we're gonna do Pretend You're Zizzy. I think that's the way better site. And maybe we'll play some Heroes of the Storm. But I won't stream the Heroes of the Storm because on this rig, for some reason, it no longer works where I could stream it and play at the same time. I have to get my real gaming rig back up and running. I swear, if I got paid $1 a time, I said that I'd be rich. Yeah, it's a mission. It's a project. And yes, I think there will be some beer tonight. Definitely need to unwind. But Elder Scrolls Online, on the other hand, it is a premium game, but I really feel like I'm getting my money's worth. Right through the gate, I'm only level 15 right now. But even by like level 5, I felt really powerful. Because Destiny doesn't open up until you hit level 20. And that's another thing. It's like, ugh. And what I like too is Neverwinter and Elder Scrolls Online, they both allow you to customize your character after the fact in significant ways. You could even change their face. I have to double check. I know in Neverwinter you could change your hairstyle and stuff. I'm not sure on Elder Scrolls Online. And that's just a weird thing, because like, what do they want you to delete your character and recreate them? I mean, if there's something off about your character, you want to change your hairstyle, you should be able to. That should be it's a basic feature. Allow it. It makes you feel more connected to your character. That's the way I look at it. People still find it very weird that I play only female characters, but I don't know, if I'm role playing and it's a world that's so far detached from reality, like a high fantasy environment, I'm gonna be something that I'm not. Be something different and get lost in a whole different world. I don't need to play a male character to feel invested or connected to them. And quite honestly, as a red-blooded male, I'd rather look at a female character if I'm going to be spending a lot of time with her. Call me a pig. I'm just being honest. But people really find it weird. Like, I get so much crap about it. It cracks me up. I mean, Destiny I have female tunes. Neverwinter female tunes. Elder Scrolls Online female tunes. That's just how I roll. I mean, sometimes there's some exceptions. Oh, Diablo 3 female tune. Yeah. I also feel like the male options usually look derpy. I always find the female models, they have better options. Anyway, I still have yet to play Rare Replay more, and I don't want to play it and not stream it and record it. So stay tuned for that. I'll be part of our ongoing Retro Friday, #Retro Friday. movement or efforts. Still doing the NES alphabet soup, but I'm gonna probably do the rare replay stuff alongside this too soon. I've been having trouble with the gigantic beta. I have to figure it out because I am part of it, and I'm pretty sure I got the Xbox invitation, but I don't see where it went. I know I definitely got the PC version, but there's been some jankiness. I might be doing something wrong. But yeah, again, I'm looking forward to that. Oh god, so many games on the gaming plate. Like the games they've been putting out on Games with Gold have been great too. How to Survive Storm Warning Edition, really good, especially if you get friends. And I like the way in How to Survive, you can see where all your friends died. Like it has their little tombstones there. That's a nice little touch. It improves immersion. It's like one of those asynchronous gameplay features. I think that's really awesome. Smart, innovative programming right there. There's some big games coming out. So it's How to Survive right now, and the Dear God, and that's an Xbox One. What's that 360? Battle Station Specific. Haven't tried that out yet. Oh, Evolve! Free-to-play weekend is going on right now. Spread the word on that, guys. Post it on Geeky Antics Facebook page. Share it to your stream. Tweet it out. I like to play Evolve with you. If you guys have Xbox One, we can play some Evolve this weekend. It's a free-to-play weekend. They're really trying to get people to play that game. It's a shame that they messed up. They got greedy with all the DLC. Coming up on Games with Gold. Can you tell I'm an Xbox guy? Xbox and PC all the way. That's my preference. But I have nothing against you PlayStation guys. Just don't try to convert me. In the middle of the month, on September 16th, I think, the new rotation starts. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition for Xbox One. Can't wait for that. I'm a big fan of Tomb Raider series, and I've kind of lost touch with it. I don't like the Far Cry direction they're going with it as much, but seeing how I suck at platforming now, the action-focused, action-adventure focus might be a better way to go with it. People really don't like platforming as much these days. And what's coming to 360? Oh, what's the game that's coming out 360? It's a big one too. It is a big one. Crysis 3. It's a big game for a huge month for gaming. So back to Elder Scrolls Online. One of the things that I like, I haven't even touched Magic Duel's Origins because that game is such a grind. It's a good game, but they did not do the free-to-play model right. But I'm still loving Hearthstone. But anyway, back to Elder Scrolls Online. Great crafting. The world is massive. It feels. People say they prefer Skyrim because this doesn't play like Skyrim at all. I don't see it. The combat feels like Skyrim. It feels like all the other Elder Scrolls, really. Oblivion, Skyrim in particular. It's got a great skill development system where your skill lines level up the more you use skills. You can invest skill points to improve certain traits. You get skill points by leveling up or finding sky shards. 3 sky shards give you a skill point, or reading books, and books sometimes give you skill points. It's just it's great. The PvP is amazing. I usually don't like PvP in MMOs or MMO stylized games, if you will. And this PvP is so much fun because like the PvP world, Cyrodiil, has so many things you could explore, so many side quests you could do, and just stuff you could do outside of the PvP. It's a huge area. I mean, honestly, it feels like Cyrodiil is as big, and I hate to say it, but Cyrodiil to me has more content than all the Destiny expansions to date. I hate to say that, but there's more depth there than what Destiny offers with the Deep Below and House of Wolves. At least with their main world stuff. Now the raids and and the arena mode, you know, those get a pass. But like if you just think about the main worlds, like there's only a few small areas if you really think about it. Cyrodiil is massive, but the whole world of Tamriel, Elder Scrolls, the Somerset Isles as a whole, they call them, huge. It's crazy, but just the PvP area alone is massive. It's crazy. If you don't have a mount, that's the one part where it's no longer free to play. Like you might have to pony up for the pony. I do recommend, if you get into it, if you're gonna buy it, upgrade to the Imperial Edition. If you're lucky, you might get a copy there's a pre-order copy that has a code for the Adventures Pack, which gives you a bunch of treasure maps and a companion. And it also gives, I think the Adventure Pack also gives you the ability to play any race in any server, which is actually really cool. Okay, I didn't like the fact that if you want to play elves, you have to be in the Aldmeri Dominion. Also, the alliance you choose, there's 3 alliances: Aldmeri, Ebonheart, and what's the other one? Daggerfall Covenant, if I'm not mistaken. Though that determines your starting areas. Unless you're Imperial. If you have Imperial Edition and you play as an Imperial class, you can go wherever you want. But it's worth start doing the starting area stuff first, because if you don't, you'll miss out on some early XP. What I recommend is do Canarthi's Roost as soon as possible and finish up everything there. Then go back to Volkelgard if you happen to be Aldmeri Alliance Dominion. Because what I found was that the Canarthi's Roost is all like low level stuff, and I'm going back to it to wrap it up because I had a whole bunch of like loose end quests over there. And I'm like, oh, this is level 4 stuff. I'm not getting anything for this. But you know, the ADD kicks in. And I'm like, I want to complete these quests, at least get the stuff I can sell. You know, and that's another thing. If you like playing an honest character, I hate to say it, but you have to steal stuff. You have to learn to steal and be stealthy here and there, because the economy relies on it. Stealing stuff and then going to the smugglers, the outlaws' refuge spots to sell or launder your stolen goods. And you're going to do 50 of each a day. 50 items each day laundered, 50 items each day sold if they're stolen. So there's a lot of cool things here. A lot of variety in mounts and pets. There's no pet battles that I know of, so that's kind of sad. But again, going back to the PvP, there's like siege weapons. You got to destroy castle walls, and it's just like this whole persistent world where people are trying to steal your Elder Scrolls, or they're trying to siege your castles, or they're trying to take out one of your outposts. They may take a strategic building like a lumber mill or a temple, and then these strategic locations might be guarding a dungeon or a farming area. It's crazy. And of course, like any good PvP and an MMO, it does balance out all the stats so that everybody's on an equal playing field. So a level 10 could keep up with a level 47 or higher. But you probably want to be, you have to be minimum level 10 to do campaign, which is the PvP zone. But I would recommend try to be higher level, because your skills really open up, your gear really opens up, and those perks and those skills do go a long way. And better spells open up late game. But even the early stuff, like I was participating in these massive battles, and we had to have at least, it felt like 20 versus 20 in some of these battles, and that's pretty big for console. That's huge for console. Actually, it felt like it was a lot bigger than that sometimes, and I was helping out. I was doing some damage. I was doing some crowd control, because of course my first character has to be a mage. I think my next characters will be probably a tank, and then another mage. But I want to make a battle mage, one that specializes in close combat, like buffs. Right now, my mage right now is like crowd control and nukes, more traditional made. But I would like a mage that they could just rock heavy ammo and then just do buffs and just attack with a sword. So she's not limited on what kind of weapon she could use either. Get a good weapon? Hey, I'm gonna use that. That's probably gonna be my next way to go. A semi-tanky. Cause like there's a ability I want to get on my mage. I'm a high elf sorcerer, and in the storm calling skill line, there's a skill called lightning form, I think, and it gives you like a lightning shield, like resistances and whatnot for a while, and then your attacks do spell shock damage. Like I think your light attacks do extra 1,000 damage or something crazy, and your heavy attacks do like massive damage, something insane like that. But I'm like, well, it doesn't really fit into the playstyle here because I'm not really built to be like a support / battle mage. But if I can make a character that could tank and do like the support like that, just focus strictly on buffs and crowd control and not the nuking, and then I have people that could do the damage, it could be pretty cool. I'm thinking about that. And maybe I could also, I don't know how the Diadric skill line has a lot of summons. I don't know how I feel about the summons so far. I morphed my what do they call it? I forgot what the first one you get is. It's like a little monkey demon imp type thing. But I morphed it to a clan fear. It's like a dinosaur. It's pretty cool. But I feel like now that I'm like fighting level 13 to 18 type stuff in my quests, as a level, I think I finally hit 15. I'm about to hit 15. At level 15, let's say 15-ish, my summons seem to die very quickly. So I wonder if summons would be more effective if you do get the buffs, and then I could buff my summon. Would that work? Like put armor on my summon? Oh man, I'm about to try that out. But then if I'm about to research it. I don't want to waste points. My next characters, I'm gonna be like really frugal with how I distribute my points. But yeah, Elder Scrolls Online. Can you tell that I'm into it? It's been quite fun. But you know what? We're gonna start wrapping up because if not, I'm gonna ramble on. This is our community interconnect, and I just want to just do some plugs. We don't have any comments to share today, and there's no chat feedback besides what we read. Just want to thank our sponsors because without you guys, we can't keep doing what we do. The people that sponsor Geeky Antics, people that sponsor me directly, that hire me directly, that donate to the network. This allows me to help other people promote their content, and I can coach people for free, because not everybody can afford to pay for my services. I try not to make deals because when you undercharge, people undervalue you, and it's just not worth your time. And you never provide the same level of service if you get paid less than you should be. I feel like, because deep down inside no matter how proud you are about providing high level quality service, like I'm really not getting paid enough for this, and that's how much time you're gonna put into it. So everybody should get paid what they deserve, and they should get paid for what they love doing. That's what I believe in. But our biggest sponsors, Shiny Prince at the Jinx. We appreciate you. Make sure you follow the following links. I'll put them in the chat. Burnt Pig, this is your mission. Get these out. GeekyAntics.net. All of these are GeekyAntics.net / whatever. So / weddings / Shiny Prince / Jinx. So if you go to any of those pages, share those. Those are our biggest sponsors. We'd love to get the word out for them. Because and Jinx especially, people buy stuff all the time. If you like buying geeky and gaming inspired clothes, Jinx is one of my favorite places. I go back, with Sean, one of the founders. I go back a while back with him. I remember when they were first starting out, and Jinx was a young brand. I met him as a blogger, and it was back when the blogosphere was a small little world. And he's a good guy, so I'm happy that they're still doing their thing over at Jinx. So check them out. buy some clothes. I think I'm gonna order some stuff there eventually. Again, don't have the money, but I want to buy some stuff there. They have some cool stuff, including the Heroes of the Storm stuff. Yeah, go over there. Let them know that Geeky Antics sent you. And of course, Shiny Prince. You gotta go there. You can get stuff printed on metal. Now the weddings link, the Geeky Antics on that forces weddings. It's a Shiny Prince thing where you can get photos put on into special frames, and then you can get them printed on metal prints over Shiny Prints. And it's just a cool thing because they have a lot of cool designs that it's easy for you to do. Oh, I would say for you, Burnt Pig, share the Jinx link because everybody likes T-shirts and hoodies and stuff like that, and swag, geeky and gamer swag. So share that with your friends and say, hey, if you like, gamer T-shirts or geeky T-shirts, check out this site and help support one of my favorite networks. I'd appreciate it. Matter of fact, one of the most effective ways to do it, if you have friends that are into specific kind of games or movies or whatever, you go onto the site, right? So you use geeky.net/Jinx, and then when you go there, find the thing. Like, let's say someone's into Doctor Who and they have a Doctor Who T-shirt. You like, share that on Facebook and then tag some friends in it, and that's how you really promote it. So then you're recommending a product and then you're using our link. You know what I'm saying? That's the ideal way to do it. And we get credit for those sales, and it'd be awesome. We'd really appreciate it. So yeah, if you know anybody getting married soon, which everybody knows someone, the weddings link, geekynet.net/weddings is a really good one. Want to shout out again the 365 Flicks podcast, our newest member of the gang. We're also looking at a few other shows that might be joining us. The Uncanny X-Bros, make sure you check them out, and Sweet Scoped. So stay tuned. And Janelle might be coming out with a new podcast. So we're trying to help her out because she's struggling trying to do podcasting by herself. You guys know her, Janelle number 5. We love her so much. She's like a little sister in the network, but she's doing what a lot of people do foolishly, and trying to do everything by herself. And that's not a smart move. You have teamwork. You have friends that will help you. Let's do the team thing. You have help. Take advantage of it. The gang is here for you. The whole community is here for you over at geekyants.net. But who else? Oh, I want to plug ZombieCast and the B Team podcast, who are now on new time slots over at allgames.com. And for the full, we plug a lot of folks over on Horseplay Live. That's our main show for plugging and doing the community thing, being interactive. So make sure you tune into that. Again, not safe for work, so I'm warning you now. If you have very sensitive ears, yeah, you may not want to listen to that show. But we have a lot of fun. So we do have a lot of fun, and we have some great conversations over there. There's a lot of quality, I'd say. What else? What else do we have? I think that covers everything. So this is the part where I do the real plugs. Once again, just to reinforce, you could check out our sponsors, geekyants.net/sponsors. You could donate. There's ways to donate and support our network over at geekyants.net/donate. We are on Facebook, Tumblr, Google Plus. Just just Google Geeky Antics, you'll find all our stuff. And don't forget, Time and Whammy Tea Time can be enjoyed wherever fantastic, beautiful podcasts can be found, including but not limited to Stitcher, iTunes, Zune/Windows Phone Marketplace, Player FM. I should add that in there. TuneIn Radio and Spreaker. And thanks to all our fellow podcasters and streamers that support us on an ongoing basis. We appreciate you, including our friends and family over at allgames.com, where you can join us live by just clicking the live chat button. You can chat there. They changed the name. It's live/chat, but you get the idea. Just go to allgames.com, and there's a little place where you go to chat. And boom, then you can join the chat over there, which is IRC based. I watch both chats. I generally watch the Twitch a little more because people in All Games talk about random stuff half the time. But we got that. That's available to you. And I lurk in the All Games and the Twitch chat quite consistently. And remember, we're every other Saturday, unless otherwise advertised, on allgames.com, where we stream live at noon Eastern, 5 p.m. in London, and 7 p.m. in Bucharest. Join us at geekyants.net. It helps, spread the love. Leave some comments. Simple opportunity. Leave comments. You don't even have to log in to leave comments, but if you do log in, it's cool because then you get points for stuff. We have achievements. That's another thing. We gamify the site. And show some love to our streamers, our writers, our creative engineers, our podcast hosts, and the rest of the gang, the rest of our community. And share the content. We have tons of ways to share. Very easy. I'm making it practically falls in your lap. And again, our channel is twitch.tv/forward Geeky Antics, and we're working towards eventually getting kind of like a 24/7 presence almost, and we're getting very close to like having every day of the week covered. That's the first step. So, if you wanna join the team, join the gang in an official capacity as like a contributor, as a team member, you'll still be independent. You'll be an independent contributor. But you can be part of our team and be a podcast host or a part of our stream team. Stream to the Geeky Antics channel, and you can stream to your channel. We'll host you. Lots of ways we can work together. Hit us up. Mail at geekyantics.net is probably the best place for that. Or TWTT at geekyantics.net is fine too. Because that'll get to me too. And I think that covers everything. Really appreciate you guys. Sorry this is the shortest show, and I'm sorry if I've rambled on and hasn't been much meat. I know we usually go deep, but I just wanted to check in before Doctor Who Series 9. We get the hype coming. We got some good insights going into it. Looking forward to it. Oh, man, we got The Walking Dead and Doctor Who at the same time. I don't know how we're going to keep up. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be tough. And we got this backlog. I want to share this writer's mini workshop with you guys. At least share some quick tips. So next time, if whatever happens, we'll try to just share some quick tips and maybe tie it into also how it plays into streaming and podcasting. So that's our theme this month across the network. And we gotta talk Doctor Who. We gotta talk Fear the Walking Dead. We gotta. I want to talk a little bit about anime. Actually, the one thing I will say about anime, I forgot to mention a big one in our recommendations, in our community watch list, and that's Air Gear. I really love that series. The more I rewatch it, the more I wish there was more. It makes me sad that all there was to that was, I don't know, 1 season, maybe 2 seasons. It wasn't a very long run at all, and then they had like 25 episodes. It's not very much actually in the grand scheme of things. It's probably 1 season, and then they have 3 OVAs. OVAs are the movies, and it's tragic because the manga went on much longer, and now after the fact, the fans are like, man, people that are finally discovering this this huge cult following. After the fact, this has been massive. Apparently, I didn't realize how popular it's become. It might be rivaling Soul Eater, on that status, and there's been a desperate outcry for more Soul Eater because Soul Eater or not was cool, but not quite the same. Yeah, I know I was gonna end the show, but I wanted to kind of mention that because Air Gear is I really enjoy the characters there. It's like, but it leaves so many gaps and really, from what I understand, the manga is the best way to appreciate the story, but I would like to see that in anime form. Yeah, as much as I enjoy manga, anime is just like a lot easier to digest and keep up with. So I'm gonna have to like really get back into the manga, and cause there's like so many gaps. They leave things so there's no closure. It's very sad. It makes me a very sad panda. But anyway, folks, we're gonna go for real now. For reals. Don't forget, join us on geekants.net. We have forums, we got private messaging, we got public messaging, we got achievements, lots of fun stuff. And we'll see you for gang nights and our other shows. You can check out our other shows at geekants.net for that schedule. And that covers everything. Peace out. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
We thank you. We thank you for every crumb, biscuit and cake you bring to the table. Because Doctor Who belongs to all of us.
What you bring to the timey-wimey tea time in your live chat participation, comments, likes, shares, tweets and voicemail, all of it means the world to us. Love, true love, never fails. Do you like it? If you like what we're doing, well, tell us for God's sake. Shout it from the rooftops at geekyantics.net or call it in 206 415 4987. That's 206 415 4987. That's it. Bless you. So long. And thanks for all the fish. Hold on, it won't be that long. Just a wee while. Because the timey-wimey tea time will be back. We'll return next Saturday with fresh insights, questions and epiphanies about Doctor Who. And heck yes, everything geek. Maybe same bat time. Absolutely the same bat channel. Every Saturday.
Tiny, whiny tea time. Me gusta.